Hi, this is Jamie Guiliano from Aroma Thyme Bistro. I am the owner with my husband Marcus Guiliano, who's the chef. Today I am going to go completely out of my realm, and I am making a video, which I never make. You know, I had a really great experience this weekend, and I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to tell you all about my experience on Sunday. I ran for the first time my very first half marathon, the Celebrate for Life half marathon in Rock Hill. And I wanted to talk about how life changes in a second and how you make your life into what you want it to be. And I wanted to talk to you about that and tell you about my experience, because my accomplishment of doing that half marathon was something I never thought that I could do. Let me back up a little bit and tell you a little bit about me. I have had asthma since I was 3 years old. I was never an athlete. I never tried to exert myself or to do anything above and beyond what I really needed to do. And last year, the same time, I watched a guest of ours here at Aroma Thyme finish a half marathon. I believe she's 70 years old. And I watched her finish a Celebrate for Life half marathon along with my son, who is 9. And my husband Marcus. I watched them finish this race. I don't remember how long it took this lady to finish the half marathon, but I was in awe when I watched her finish. And I said to myself, if she can do it, I can do it. And I decided last year in March that I was going to begin running, and that I was going to do my first half marathon in a year. I did start training. I did start running. I was running quite a bit, and I really enjoyed it, and it was giving me a sense of accomplishment every time I would complete something new, like a 5K or a 10K, which I ran my first one last year as well. I felt accomplished. I felt like I did something amazing. And November came, and I really stopped running. I ran through the summer. Marcus and I would run together, or we'd run separate, or we'd run as a family with my daughter Courtney and Justin. And most of the time I would really run by myself, because I felt that I was able to push myself a little bit and try to be better every time that I ran. I ran about 9 miles, I believe, in the fall with Marcus. That was the most I've ever run, and I thought at the end of that, it was an accomplishment, but I was like, wow, oh my gosh, I just ran 9 miles, and I am exhausted, and I'm never doing that again. So, but I did. I kept going out, and I kept running, and as the winter came closer, I actually stopped running. I do work out consistently all the time. I work out, 5 days a week, some weeks, and sometimes less, depending upon my schedule and the kids and all of that. But I haven't really run since November. I've been out a few times. I tried to go out and run a mile a few weeks ago, and at the end I couldn't breathe. I had a really hard time. It was really cold out, and my lungs just couldn't handle it. So I stopped running, and the half marathon was getting closer and closer. It was last Sunday. I believe the date was March 10th, 2013. And the date was getting closer, and I wasn't running it because I wasn't prepared and I wasn't ready to do the half marathon. So Saturday night, I was contemplating still doing the half marathon, and I thought to myself, what's the worst thing that could happen? So a friend of ours and I decided maybe we'd walk it. So at the end of the night, I said, okay, you ready? And she's like, no, I don't think I'm going to do it. And I said to myself, you know what? Last year, I said I was going to do this half marathon. I'm just going to do it. What's the worst? I have to walk. I have to be picked up. I at least get out there, and I was going to try this half marathon. So I decided to do it, and I was nervous. Going to bed Saturday night, I was really nervous because I have never done, 13.1 miles. I've never done anything like that. And I woke up Sunday morning, and I still was contemplating, should I do it, should I not do it, should I do it, should I not do it? And Marcus looked at me and he said, Jamie, if you do this, it's going to change your life. And he was absolutely right. So I decided I was going to go do it. And I did it. I finished it. I pushed myself. I actually was able to run almost the first 10 miles. I walked up some of the hills. Marcus started a half an hour after me for the race. I started early time, half an hour early, and I thought Marcus was going to catch up to me at mile 6, and mile 6 came and went, and there was no Marcus. And I kept running and running, and Marcus finally caught up with me at a water station at mile 8, and we ran the next mile together. I was pushing myself, and I told him to go on and finish, the race, and he said to me, we're doing this together, and I said, you go ahead. I will let you know when I'm at mile 12, and if you'd like to come back, you can come back and, run me in. So I got to mile 10, and my legs, they hurt. I hadn't really trained, obviously I hadn't really trained, and I wasn't really prepared for it, but I mentally prepared myself by saying, I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to accomplish this, and I can do it, and I can do it, and I can do it. So mile 10 came, and my legs hurt, so I walked, and I ran, and I walked, and I ran, and I have to tell you, when I saw that finish line, a little before 13 miles, I couldn't believe it that I had actually accomplished something so incredible, and it felt so amazing to finish this half marathon. And sometimes we tell ourselves we can't do things, but we really can do them. And I believe that this will change my life. I believe it has changed my life. My trainer that I work out with once a week said to me last night, you need to make a video. And this is out of my realm because I don't do videos. You don't see me very often in the videos. You do see Marcus, but you don't see me. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to tell my story and tell how I went out there and I did something that I normally wouldn't do, and it felt great. I don't know if half marathons are in my future, but I know that I will continue to work out, I will continue to run, the thrill I get from it, and I will continue to get better and better. My time wasn't great, but it was great for me because it was my first time. And I'm very proud of myself, and I'm proud of people for pushing me to do things that I normally wouldn't do. I feel great, I feel fabulous, and that's my story of my first half marathon. And hopefully this won't be my last video. Hopefully I'll just continue making videos. But for now, this is Jamie Guiliano from Aroma Thyme Bistro, just telling my half marathon story, and thank you very much for listening. Have a great day.